provide their name and address, present their request or concerns, and answer any question of the Planning Commission. Groups are requested to select a spokesperson to express the group's concerns, because each side will be allowed 10 minutes to speak. Plats, rezoning, revised master plans, and street renaming require a public hearing, after which the Planning Commission will deliberate and render its decision. Planning Commission members with a personal or financial interest in any petitioner's request are required to recuse themselves. Tonight, again, we have 8 of 9. Tommy, have we got any changes? Okay. Go with the first one. Oh, the minute, excuse me. Yes. Everybody had a chance to, thank you, had a chance to read the minutes and all. Is there any amendments or changes? If not, a motion's in order.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Thank you. Now, Tommy, I'm sorry.
The first item is presented by Larry Speaks and Associates on behalf of Montgomery County Board of Education. It's a request for final approval of Booker T. Washington Magnet Arts High School Plat No. 1 on the west side of Bell Road at the intersection of Chaparral Drive in an Ag 1 district.
Hi, I'm Paul McClendon with Larry Speaks and Associates, and on behalf of the Montgomery County Board of Education, we're seeking plat approval for the Booker T. Washington Magnet Arts High School Plat No. 1. This was formerly the Holy Cross Episcopal School. The school board has purchased 2 additional properties to the north, mainly in order to build a soccer field up there, but we're simply just replatting into one lot. I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Okay, anyone have a question or a comment on the Planning Commission? If not, anyone in the audience wish to speak for or against? If not, a motion's in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Second item is presented by Pilgreen Engineering on behalf of Stoneybrooke LLC. It's a request for final approval of Stoneybrooke Plat No. 16 on the south end of Lismore Place, approximately 107.5 feet south of Lismore Circle. It's a PUD district.
You don't have to adjust your eyes. I'm not Pet Pilgreen, so he was unable to make it tonight. He's out sick, and so was Chris. So my name is Sarah Heatherly. I'm the Vice President of Development at Louder New Homes. I will be presenting the plat tonight. We're here for final plat approval for the last plat in Stoneybrooke, which would be plat 16. It would include 64 lots. They are 60-foot wide lots on 107 acres. I would be happy to answer any questions that the commission may have.
Sir, how many plats do y'all have after this one?
We have no more. This is the
This
last
is it.
one.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
zero, right? Okay, so you'll be out of land after this one.
Correct.
Is that what you're saying? Okay. Anyone have a comment or question?
Are these plats, the 60-foot plats, the same as you presented before?
Yes, they're the same size as what we just did on plat 14. We're just
Okay.
continuing that. They're 60-foot wide.
Okay.
Anyone else have a comment or question? Anyone wish to speak for or against? If not, a motion's in order. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Okay. That was one opposed. Did you get that? Okay, thank you.
The next item is presented by PLS Group, Inc. on behalf of KOAM LLC. Request final approval of KOAM Plat No. 1 on the north side of Selma Highway, 1,100 feet west of Brewer Road. It's a M1 district.
Good evening, I'm David Slocum. I'm representing the property owner tonight. This is just a simple plat. The owner wanted to donate some acreage to a church on the north side, and he also is doing a small expansion to his building, and the planning department realized the lot had never been platted, so we're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. So I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Any questions of the planning commission? Any comments or questions?
Where is the church that's adjacent to it?
It would be on the north end of the lot. There's currently no plans. It's just for future use.
The church for future use, is that what you said?
Yes, sir. There's no current plans. It's just dedicated for them for future use.
For this part of the expansion?
Is everything that's being platted going to be given to the church? Is everything going to be given to
Just
the
the
church
north,
that's platted?
just the north 10 acres.
Okay.
So you're giving it to the church, but the church can do whatever they want with it later on, is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying, we don't have a site plan at this time. This is just the very early stages. They just we're looking for some acreage.
He's just platting. He's not digging it. Okay, any other questions? Comments? Anyone wish to speak for or against? If not, a motion's in order.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Thank you.
Any opposed? Okay. All right.
The next item is by Goodwin Mills and Kaywood on behalf of Boyd Investments LLC, requesting final approval of Boyd Cooper Commercial Plat Number 7A on the north side of East Chase Parkway, some 400 feet east of Boyd Cooper Parkway. It's a B2 district.
Good evening, Cedric Campbell. We're Good Mills and Kaywood here, requesting final plat approval for Boyd Cooper Commercial Plat Number 7A. We're replatting 3 lots into 2, and I'll answer any questions that the commission may have.
Okay. Any questions, comments?
Didn't we replat this last year?
I'm not sure if it was last year or not, Mr. Reeves. I can't say.
But not long ago.
Any other comments or questions? Anyone wish to speak for or against this? If not, motion's in order.
Motion to approve.
Motion's approved. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cedric.
The next item is by Goodwin Mills and Kaywood on behalf of Fred Henderson Jr., Todd Mitchell Henderson, and Brazel Properties LLC. It's a request for final approval of Taylor Oaks Plat Number 1A on the west side of Malcolm Drive, 425 feet south of McRae Drive in a B3 district, and in an M3 and B3 and PUD district, excuse me.
Cedric Campbell with Goodwin Mills and Kaywood here requesting final plat approval for Taylor Oaks Plat 1A. We're looking to plat 3 lots into 1 for proposed development, and I'll answer any questions the commission may have.
Well, it's 3 into 2, isn't it?
3 into 1 should be. 3 into 2.
3 and a 2.
Yeah, 3 into 2, I'm sorry.
What's the use, Cedric?
What's the purpose?
Yes.
It's
What's
planned
the
to be
use?
a storage facility.
Storage?
Yes, sir.
A rental type or what? Rent the
Yes.
whole thing or just individual units?
Individual, but that's part of it. That's proposed on one of the lots.
Yes, sir.
And the future lot, I'm not sure at this time.
Right, okay. Any comments, questions from the planning commission? Anyone wish to speak for or against? If not, is there, motions in order? Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second. Is there a second? Who's the second? All right. All those in favor? Any opposed? Okay,
Thank y'all.
thank you.
The sixth item is presented by Jeff Code Engineers and Surveyors on behalf of Tashina Morris, requesting final approval of T.S. Morris Plat Number 1 on the south side of McGowan Street, 333 330 feet west of Oak Street in a R60D district.
I'm Guthrie Jeffcoat from Jeffcoat Engineers and Surveyors. And this is a situation where we've got a lot of very narrow lots, 38 feet wide, and want to plat them into one lot or duplexes. So ask your approval of that if you would.
So the intent is for duplexes, is that?
That's the way
Let
it's
it go
going
through.
now.
Yes. Any questions, planning commission, any comment?
Yeah, I got a question. So, I guess my question is, you come in and you want this platted. What is the future intent of this property?
Okay, I've got the owner here with me, maybe she can help us out a little bit about the use.
What's the question again?
The name.
Give me your name
I'm
and
sorry,
address, please, ma'am.
Tashina Morris.
What would be the future
Give the
intent?
address, if you would, please, ma'am.
The address?
Yes, ma'am. Your address.
My address is 1320 Jordan Street.
Thank you.
But my question is, what would be the future intent of this property if we was to replat it?
Well, we already came to the planning commission to get approval to put up a structure for our church. Well, we have a ministry, but I didn't know that I had to have it platted out. So before we can actually start building, it has variances that we must meet. So this is going to help us meet the variances so we could put the structure up.
And you say it's gonna be a church?
You said what now?
So you say it's gonna be a church?
Well, it's part of, I don't know if you can actually see the corner of 480 Oak, but on the corner of 480 Oak, that is our main facility. And the lot that's right behind 480 Oak leads into Laverne. That's our lot, and then it takes you straight to the main street of McGowan Street, which everything on that left side where the block is belongs to us except for one corner spot that's facing Oak Street. So we cleared all the trees that you see there now, it's not there. We cleared all of that off.
I guess to clarify his question, are you getting it for our church, or are you getting it for our duplexes?
No, it's for a church, not duplexes.
So you gotta rezone it, or it's,
Yeah.
huh?
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah.
this item went to the Board of Adjustment for the use,
Okay.
and she's wanting to move on with that, and the property lines were very disruptive, as Mr. Jeffcoat pointed out.
Yes.
Because you gotta be so far from it, so what was approved by the Board of Adjustment can be achieved with this replat, so it didn't come to the Planning Commission, it went to the Board of Adjustment.
So it's already been there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's the way I believe that's the way it ought to work anyway. So, okay. Is that, sir?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
Ms. Morris,
Yes, sir.
all those multicolored pallets that's out there, what's that all about?
Well, actually, it's gonna be a biblical garden.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
I think you had somebody over there.
Well, that's all right. We hadn't got there yet. Any other comments? Yeah, I got him. Any other comments or questions from the planning commission? Anyone wish to speak for? Yes, sir. Come on up. Give your name and address if you would, please, sir.
I'm Ernesto R. Johnson, Sr.
And speak right in that microphone. We got to pick it up from the sound.
I'm Ernesto R. Johnson, Sr., and I own a lot on McGowan Street.
Yes,
And what are they planning on doing with this area and everything? I'm concerned about that.
Give your address also. If you would.
2035 Dorothy Street was
Thank you,
my
sir.
address.
Thank you, sir.
And what are they planning on, say they're doing?
Ma'am, you want to repeat what you had said? Ma'am, speaking to that
I'm sorry,
mic.
we're actually putting up a church. As you know, if you have property out there, the land has been wooded for years, and it was a dump site. So we've cleaned all of that up. And we have came through and made sure that every time no one is dumping, put a fence up. So we're coming to put a church up. That's what we're doing.
Okay. But part of that is not true.
What is not true?
Yeah, speak into that, Michael, if you don't mind, please, sir. So
Excuse me.
Yes,
Part
sir.
of that is not true.
All right, sir.
Because the lots that I have,
Yes, sir.
I keep them cut. And I don't know what she's saying about the other side. I don't know about that. Because the opposite side of the street, it has been wooded areas. And I've been complaining about that for the longest. They say they are saplings. Trees start from a sapling. So why was I getting a notice every year to keep mine cut, and across the street and up and down the street, they're not maintaining it?
Well, that sounds like to me that's a city problem that needs to be addressed.
Well, that was prior to me actually purchasing it. So what you see now is on the screen is what it used to look like. It doesn't look like that now.
No,
So there's no dumping, and everything is cleared and cleaned off.
And how often are you cleaning it?
We out there every day.
Every day working on it?
We out there every day working, unless I'm at work, but majority of the time we are out there.
But sir, did you have another question or anything about the use? I think she's explained
What I'm trying to get you to see.
Yes, sir.
What she's talking about, she's not cleaning off my lots. I have a lawn service that keeps my lots clean. So,
But she didn't say she did.
She said she was up and down the street cleaning out lots on both sides.
I thought she was talking about her property. I mean,
I'm concerned about my property. I don't know about what she's talking about. She's cleaning up my property. No.
Well, I don't think she said that.
But she said she's been up and down cleaning up on both sides of the street.
We're splitting hairs now.
Mr. Chairman.
I have
Mr.
property
Chairman.
on both sides.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, if the gentleman will call 311 and report the address of the lots he says are not being kept, they'll respond to it, and somebody will get a letter, the property owner will get a letter notifying them if they don't get it cut, that the city's going to cut it and charge it to them.
Yeah, they'll do that, I guarantee you. I speak from experience.
This is not up for debate today. We're just looking at the plat.
Right. Right. I think he's just trying to figure out what.
Yeah. So what you just saying? I didn't have it maintained one summer.
Yes, sir.
I got a bill for it.
Yeah.
And so after then, I've been maintaining it.
Yeah. Well, that's what he's saying. If somebody else isn't, if you will call the 311 number.
Yeah.
Then and report it, then they will handle it from there.
Yeah, see, I know how it works. I'm retired from the city of Montgomery.
Oh.
So I know how the system and everything. So what I'm saying, we were getting complaints for across the street. And I don't know how long ago it's been. Like I say, the trees start from saplings. And every time I asked them about it across the street, they told me, don't worry about nobody else's property.
Well,
but I keep mine maintained,
have
they
the
don't
right.
have to keep theirs maintained.
But are you talking specifically about her property that
No,
she's
I'm
in here
talking
to
about
play?
mine.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Appreciate your comments.
And I oppose what she's talking about.
Okay, thank you. All right. Anyone else wish to speak for or against it? If not, over here. Oh, excuse me. Okay.
My name is Sandra Davis, and I have some property on McGowan Street. And I oppose
What's your address?
2132 McGowan.
But what's your address in town?
Oh, 3000 Tyler Road.
Okay, thank you.
I oppose too, because we have a lot of trouble out of this young lady. We don't know what to expect when we go down there. She may harass you, she may not. She got a problem of thinking that everything belongs to her, and that's not right. And I had to call the city and have several times for her to clean out. And so she's not really being truthful. And we oppose, we don't want no, 4 years ago, she said she wanted the street changed because she wanted to build up a youth facility. She haven't done that yet. And you all had said, because I opposed that, and you all had said that for her to build a new building, she ain't built it.
Okay. Is she keeping it up now, to your knowledge?
Somewhat.
Okay.
It's some grass and stuff still need to be cleaned.
Okay, all right. But I'm confused. She wasn't keeping it, but she is keeping it now.
Somewhat, sir. Some part of her grass down on the street, it's a lot of bushes and trees and stuff need to be cleaned out there.
Okay, all right. Are you willing to clean what's on towards the street, please, ma'am?
I can promise you, if you go out there, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Anybody else have a comment or?
I know this is just a replat, but Mr. Jeffcoat, is this going to be a church or is this going to be a duplex?
Well, I did not handle her petition to the Board of Adjustments. I just know how it's zoned. It's zoned duplex right now, and of course the Board of Adjustments, supposedly James took care of the change to a church, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
A church is allowed in any zoning district on appeal to the Board of Adjustment. Ms. Morris has gone through those steps. There's not any timelines, and this is part of the process of her moving on.
Is it now what we call rezoned as a church?
No, sir. It is still zoned that. It's a special exception. Rezoning is not required if it goes to the Board of Adjustment. As I said, in any district, a church can go on appeal.
Can she do anything else on this property but put a church there?
You put a duplex there.
Duplex.
Yeah, she could, I mean, it's zoned property for duplexes, but her master plan is showing, church-related facilities and that sort, and she's already gone to the board for that.
So if I owned a piece of property next to it and I came to the city, would I expect a church is going to go next door or a duplex?
Could be either one.
Yeah, it could be either one.
She'd like to answer, please.
Absolutely.
Okay. Where the red block is, the entire side where that red block is belongs to us, from one end of the street to the other end of the street. So, and across the street, we have over 50% of that side. So we have like maybe six more people on the street, but there's not going to be any duplexes, no houses, just church-related events.
Is everything you're talking about in the replatted area?
Yes, the structure is going in the replatted area in order for me to meet the zoning requirements. But I came to the Board of Adjustments to get everything set up as the church.
Okay.
And there's no homes on this street at all. The entire street is empty.
I understand that. Okay.
And you own other pieces of property
Across the street as well.
Okay.
Over
And
50%.
maybe that's where the lady was talking about not keeping clean. Is that perhaps what she had in mind? Maybe.
Maybe. I mean.
Okay, I got you.
Did you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can come back up here.
Yes, I have one more question. Someone put a gate up at the end of the street, and it's not the city who put it up. It's locked, and every time we go down there, my guy who cuts my lots, he has to go around the gate. Whoever put it up, they should have gotten in contact with the landowners and told them what was going on and given them a key or either a combination to get in and out of the street.
Is it a public street?
Yes. Yes, it's a public street, and if whoever put it there didn't contact the landowners, they just put it there. It's not the city.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the gate that's at the front of Oak Street, the city put the gate there when I first purchased because it was a dump site, so we can go in and out, and every member, the other 6 that's on the street, during that time, Miss Claire, I can't think of her last name, reached out, and everyone can get a key to that gate. And if they need a key, I left a tag on the gate with my number, just in case somebody needed to get a key. They could have called me if they didn't know. And at the other end of the street, I've been here before. I don't know if it was the Board of Adjustments again, but we got the other end on Greyhound Street vacated. We got that area vacated. So I've been here doing this for a minute, and I have this. It's the same process every time. So, but that's
Sounds like to me you're doing all you can if you've got keys available for folks.
Yeah, keys are available, and if they don't have
well,
a key,
you can call her and get
they
keys.
can. He
That's
can
what,
call,
that's
and
what
I
she's
give him a
saying.
key
That's what
made.
she
She
just
has
got
a
out of
key.
her mouth.
She had a key.
Ma'am, come on up to the mic if you want to. We're fixing to cut this off.
Yeah, because she's not being truthful. I had to get a lawyer to get a key, and he right, to get into the property. And Clara Watts, who she talking about, a city personal person, brought the key to my house and put it in the mailbox and gave me a list. I have the list of the people that have lots over there, and I'm the one. She gave me 5 keys to pass out. I don't know about him, but
Can't keys be made?
yeah, but the thing is, if you don't know who's doing it and how to get it in, but
I'm not going to argue. We're not in here working off of keys, okay? So, all right. Anything else? Any comments? That's what you got.
No, we're just asking for consideration of the plat, and that's all.
There you go. Okay. Any other comments from the planning commission? If not, motion's in order.
Mr. Chair, I'm gonna move to approve.
Second.
Move to approve, is that what you said? Second. All those in favor? All those opposed? Thank you. All right, Tommy, number 7.
Number 7 is Jeff Coden Engineers and Surveyors on behalf of Lee Ray and Ricky Wood requesting final approval of Gerson Plat number 1 on the north side of Martin Street, 400 feet east of Jackson Ferry Road. It's an R65D district.
Okay. This is a situation where they're wanting to build in the vicinity of, or on the lot lines, and in order to do so, we're gonna have to do away with that lot line by plotting 2 into 1. And we see this every time we meet.
Okay.
So they're gonna tear down the house that's there now?
She said yes.
Okay. Any other comments? Any questions, comments from the planning? Anyone wish to speak for or against? If not, a motion's in order.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
I second.
All those in favor?
The next item is presented by Jeff Coden Engineers and Surveyors on behalf of ITNOA LLC, requesting final approval of Memorial Heights Plat number 1A on the north side of Maryland Street, 500 feet west of Crumpton Drive. It's a R60S district.
This is another similar situation. Some of the older platted lots in Montgomery were very small compared to today. And we wanted to make a 3 into 2. Take those smaller lots and make them into 2.
Okay. Any questions or comments from the planning commission? Anyone wish to speak for or against? Okay, if not, motion's in order.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Anyone not in favor, not against? winding on down now?
That's it. I'm out of breath. Thank y'all so much.
The next item is presented by Lashley Hall, requesting to rezone one parcel containing 52.695 acres on the south side of Hyundai Boulevard, 100 feet east of Mobile Highway, from Ag 1 to M3.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity to be in front of y'all. I'm Lashley Hall, 5912 Felder Road. We just want to request to rezone our property. You have the papers in front of you. We want to have our property the same zoning as everybody else around us.
Okay, any questions? Anyone wish to speak for or against? Sir?
My name is Jim Henry, 235 Hyundai Boulevard. This is my first cousin right here. He's a better looking one. We're in favor of, as our family also has property that's just a little bit further over there, and we're hoping, of course, to develop it also. But this is just a continuation, like the Amazon property above it and the other properties that down the Hopewell interchange, and just want to continue that same thought. It seems to me this is the highest and best use for the betterment of the west side of Montgomery. And would you like a few people to stand also representing in favor of this also? You want me to stand up? Yes, stand up.
And everybody that you're pointing to is in favor of this,
Yes,
is what
sir.
you're saying? Okay.
And
property owners probably right there too, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
That's-
Thank you very much.
That's the way it ought to be. Okay. Anyone wish to speak against this? All right, if not, a motion's in order.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? You finally did it, son.
I want to thank everybody for eating meals today. As long as y'all keep eating, I can stay in business. Thank you, sir.
Eating too much.
The next item is presented by Flowers and White Engineering. It's a request to rezone one parcel of land containing 125 acres at the northernmost end of Valley Brook Lane from R65S to R50.
Good evening, I'm Kenneth White, representing EGI LLC. Thanks, Mr. Tommy. This is a piece of property, approximately 125 acres north of Winbrook, and it's currently zoned R65 right now. There's already a preliminary plat approved on this property for 238 lots. There's a pretty extensive floodplain on the west side of this property. So we're kind of requesting an R50 rezoning. The density will be less than previously approved now. So I can say that it'll be less lots than 238. So I know I'm getting, the lots are a little bit smaller, but my density will be less. So that's kind of a unique situation. The houses will be very comparable on both, if we're R65 or R50, what we're asking for. So I can entertain any questions, should you have any.
Anyone have a comment or question?
Isn't that an old railroad bed dissecting this property?
I'm sorry, Mr. Reed.
Old railroad bed?
Right across the diagonal. Well, there's a current gas main there. Oh, okay. So there's an easement that kind of runs in a northwesterly fashion. That's right.
How long has this been R65?
It got rezoned, is that in the regs? I would say about 10 or 15 years ago. There was a connection to the west that was put in, and that goes over to this same floodplain right here. And I don't think they allowed that zoning until that connection, that bridge was constructed. And I think they rezoned it after that. So again, it's the same house that will be built on 65 or 50, but we're trying to make sure, get the density a little bit better on the east side of that floodplain. But we're still less than what's previously approved.
And with the market price probably going to be higher than what they were at 65, aren't they? Huh?
I don't know, Mr.
That's the way
Harvey.
it works.
I'm an engineer.
That's the way it works. Any other questions or comments? Anyone wish to speak for or against? If not, a motion's in order. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, that's it. Mike, we're gonna cut the mic off. All right. Tommy.